Oh, we've been through it. We've put in the hours, studied and hunkered down, patched up and glued it to get to where we are now. Whenever patience ran out, and even if everything.
Oh hey, fancy seeing you here. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be spilling all of the tea on how to survive online school because she is just rough, isn't she? Hi, if you guys are new, my name's Seneca. I am a junior at UC Berkeley and I just make all sorts of videos on like study tips. We've been online for a semester and a half, so I feel like by this point I've kind of compiled my favorite tips, apps, technology, all of that to get through even just the day in online school, really. So definitely make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more stuff like this and vlogs and all of that. So today I am going to be chatting with you guys just about all of the things that have helped me survive online school. There's not really any particular order to all of these, but I've kind of grouped them into 3 categories. The first is just going to be tips. The second will be like equipment. And then the third is going to be apps, websites, and kind of that sort of genre. So I'll put some timestamps in the description if you guys just want to not have to listen to me talk and skip around to what you're particularly interested in. So check those out for sure. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's just get into our first category, which is tips. So I'm gonna just, roll back the sleeves, put the hair back. So my number 1 tip for anything online school, this is mostly for college students, but it totally could apply to high school or even younger, is if there are group chats for your classes, join the group chats, please. This one, I don't know why I didn't do this when we had in-person school my freshman and sophomore year of college, but this has saved me this past semester. So I would see on Facebook or even just like in the class, in the Zoom group chat, that people had created either a Discord chat or Facebook Messenger, GroupMe, all of that for my class. And it's a great way if you ever have questions that you just need to ask another student. If you don't know anyone in the class, like okay, this is bad, but I don't really know anyone in my major. So for me, this one's huge because sometimes I'm just like, hi, is there a quiz this weekend? And then everyone in the chat is like, oh my god, this girl cannot read. So, this one's important, definitely do it. Personally, tips for finding group chats, I would say if your college, university, or even high school has a Facebook page or a Facebook community, I don't know if that's the right word, but we have like a Berkeley course advice page, and so people will post in there, hey, is anyone taking biochemistry? And then all the people that are can reply and make a group chat. So definitely do this one. It is so essential. Cannot emphasize that enough. And it's also a great way to make friends. So get on it, if you're like me and you have no friends. So my second tip is one that you guys have probably heard me say about 1 billion times at this point because I cannot emphasize it enough, okay? Every single time anyone asks me about my tips for just college in general, this one's number 1. So go to office hours. Online school is rough in a lot of ways, but personally, I think that going to office hours has never been easier. Literally, you just have to click on a link and bam, you're there. No more wandering around buildings endlessly, looking for offices that may or may not be there, trying to figure out where you're supposed to be and at what time. No, it's so easy now, so you really don't have any excuse for not going to office hours. One thing that has helped me is on Google Calendar, I have a separate calendar that is just my office hours calendar, so I can toggle it on and off if I don't want to see it. And in there, I actually just put all the links for my professors and graduate students' office hours, and that way I can turn the calendar on and be like, oh, office hours are happening for biochemistry in like 15 minutes. I'll go there. And they're always psyched to see people, especially if you go when it's not right before an exam. If you're looking to build relationships with your instructors, I recommend going like from the beginning of the semester, not just when you have an exam, because it really shows that you're more interested in the material as a whole and not just about those grades, though we do love, you know,
success.
And then my third tip is just going to be to stay organized. Again, I have a whole video on this, so I'm not going to elaborate too much, but I use Google Calendar to kind of track all my appointments, classes, office hours, literally everything. I don't think I could do college without it. And especially online, I feel like it can just be so nebulous, like you're lost in this void of the internet and you're really like commuting from your bed to your desk. So it's a lot easier to stay organized when you have like either a physical calendar or some sort of online format where you can easily just see what you have going on each day, each week, and all of that. My final piece of advice for the tips section of the video is going to be to take breaks. Okay, I'm not the best at this one because that's just not my personality in general, but I'm trying, and I think that Zoom fatigue is real. If you have been a student on Zoom, which at this point who hasn't, you know that spending 7 or 8 hours on a computer in class, not even counting studying, which is just a whole nother thing, can be so exhausting. So remember to get up, walk around your room, maybe do some stretching, you know, yoga, and go outside if you can, because, you know, fresh air it's good for you.
I wouldn't know.
We're switching the angle up a little bit, you know. So now we are going to be talking about equipment. So the first piece of equipment that you're gonna need for online school, no one's gonna guess this one, is a laptop. Wow. Or computer, you know, whatever floats your boat. But this is really an essential. You can't be online if you don't have a device that connects to the internet. So I would just say, go with whatever you have, whatever is cheapest or easiest for you. This laptop I have had for 4 years now, since my junior year of high school, and it is the Dell XPS 13. It's super nice. Not gonna say a ton about this one because everyone has their own preferences, but laptop is essential. And the second piece of equipment that I would say really helped me with online school is a laptop stand. So this is the one I have. It kind of looks like a pair of skis if you look at it. Like, it's really nice because it actually collapses. So it goes like that. And so this is really easy. I can carry it in my backpack, not that I'm going anywhere, my purse, whatever. It's great because I've been moving a lot. And I would say just, it's really hard to like have good posture when you're online. Personally, I feel like I'm a little like awkward turtle, just like typing away. So the laptop stand has really helped. This one was very reasonably priced. It's on Amazon, and there are all sorts of ones that are just different like height. It's really nice just because it does save your posture a little bit, and especially if you're like me and you have your camera on a lot, it actually can help you get the great camera angles. It also frees up some space on your desk so that you can take notes. I will be linking all of the stuff that I mentioned as well down below, so I'll link this, and then any other apps or products, feel free to check those out. They'll be in the description box. So this next piece of equipment my brothers actually told me to get, and I was like, that's not gonna make a huge difference for online school. Like, I'm not a gamer.
What are you talking about?
And now I'm putting it in a video because I do think it is helpful. It's not essential, but it is just a wireless mouse. I have found this mouse just so nice for being on Zoom, muting and unmuting myself. It's also really nice for editing and for doing like other projects. I know a lot of my friends who are in engineering classes or computer science love having a wireless mouse because it's really important for computer design, and so essential. This one is just from Logitech, and my brother actually gifted it to me, which was super cute. So definitely recommend that if you're looking to like up your game, but it is definitely not an essential. So this next one again isn't really essential, but for me, I have found it really useful, and I thought I would just include it in the video because why not? It is an iPad. So this is my iPad. It is just the Apple iPad 7th generation, the cheapest one that they have at Costco. And for me, this is really useful because my major is biology and we use mostly diagrams for our notes. They're really hard to draw in real time on pen and paper. And I was fortunate enough to be able to buy this iPad. It's great because I can actually annotate all of my notes and do things online, move things around so that it all looks good. And for exams, oh my gosh, I cannot imagine just having the exams that I've taken this semester being so fast-paced. It has been really helpful just to have an iPad to be able to upload documents directly from the app that I use for notes to Gradescope or Canvas or whatever. And I definitely know this is not an essential. I am very fortunate to be able to have one, but if you are able, I totally recommend an iPad. I just use this one with the first generation Apple Pencil and then this really nice case. So highly recommend that. One other thing on the topic of iPads that I have found really helpful for mine is this little Apple Pencil case. It's obviously empty at the moment, but usually it covers my Apple Pencil and makes it a little bit bigger diameter-wise, because I found it really hard to write with the Apple Pencil at first. Like, my hand would be cramping up, my writing looked
absolutely abhorrent.
And this really did make like a huge difference in me just being able to write and have it look legible. So if you have an iPad or are thinking of getting one and are worried about your handwriting, would recommend something like this. I'll link it below. However, I know that obviously not everyone can get an iPad, so if you are taking notes on paper and you find you constantly have to upload things to a website to submit, I recommend using the app Genius Scan for uploading. I used this all throughout high school. I did the IB and we had to upload all of our documents for homework. And this one's really nice because you can use this like black and white effect to make your writing stand out a little bit more. It just turns the contrast up, and for me personally, it made it look actually legible when I was writing in pencil as opposed to just being super washed out. Would totally recommend this if you are someone who uses pen and pencil, paper, pencil, pen, all of that to take notes, especially being online. And the final category of how I survived online school, and you can too,
Wow.
is the different apps and websites that I recommend using to, you know, keep yourself sane in this most wild of times. So the first app that I'm gonna be just talking about is, I consider this to be essential. I've been using it since high school, and it's one that you really download and then you literally never touch it again. It is an app called Flux, or f.lux, I'll put it here. And basically this is an app that you install on your computer, and it adjusts the screen output of blue light in different times throughout the day. So for example, in the morning, it's gonna be a lot brighter and have a little bit more blue light coming through to mimic like daytime. At night, it gradually turns your screen a bit more orange, yellow, whatever you want it to look like, so that you're getting a lot less blue light, and it kind of keeps your biological clock in rhythm, I guess. And this one I just think is so nice, especially because now we're all spending so much more time on our computers. Like, you really want to limit your intake of blue light because it can damage your eyes. It can put your circadian clock just out of whack. And personally, I think it's really nice for when you're up super late. It's also great because I don't have like blue light glasses or anything fancy like that. And I feel like it totally helps save my eyes when I'm on my computer for like, I mean, I hate to say it, but like 14 hours a day, okay? We can all relate. So definitely recommend checking this one out. It also has some cool settings, like where you can mimic being in like a salt lamp cave thing and it'll turn it pink. There's also a green one. Definitely check that out if you're interested. I will, of course, link it below. So the second app that I'm totally gonna recommend is called Notion. You guys have heard me talk about this one in my How I Stay Organized video, and it's all over YouTube, but it is really helpful. It's kind of like an online productivity app that you use to track literally everything. For me, I use it on my computer, iPad, and my phone, and it's really helpful because you can really customize it to an endless degree. You can design pages to suit what you like organizationally, and I use it for to-do lists, my YouTube content calendar with all of my ideas. I also use it for internships and putting links to different things and any like sort of goal setting as well. It's super, super customizable. It is a little bit hard to learn, I'm not gonna lie. I totally struggled at first, but there are a ton of YouTube videos out there that'll teach you the basics. And it is really nice. I personally like how customizable it is, and I'm a huge
Productivity nerd.
so it is really nice. Another app that I recommend getting for online school, this one I consider essential because I have a very short attention span and it doesn't take a lot to distract me. So I use this one during exams, and it's called MyNoise. It's a white noise app that lets you calibrate the different wavelengths of sound that go into your personalized white noise mix, and there's also like pink noise and brown noise. What I really like about it is that it's super customizable. You can calibrate your own hearing curve to block out noise effectively for you, but there's also all of these really cool sounds. Like my personal favorite is one called Singing Bowls, and I use it every single time I take an exam. I have it in my AirPods because it totally blocks out any sound, and that's great for me because during the school year, I either live in a noisy apartment, a sorority house. Right now, I'm obviously in my parents' house with my 2 brothers. So it is really nice to block out anybody who might be watching TV in the background or running around yelling for whatever reason. Okay, a bit of a side note in the video, because I just got an email for one of my classes that the Piazza website got launched, and we literally still have over a week left until the term starts. So I just want to live in blissful delusion that I get to be on break, you know? That's all I want. Anyway, let's move on to the next app on that note. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is one that, like, I think literally everyone and their mother knows about at this point, but like, why not? Why not?
So Quizlet
is my favorite app for flashcards. I have tried Anki and I didn't really give it enough time, so I'm going to be trying it this semester more, and be sure to check out a video coming on that at some point in the next few months. You know, subscribe to be the first to know. But basically, Quizlet is just your standard flashcard app. You input different things that you want on the front and back of flashcards, and it's a really great tool to help you memorize things. You can even have it where you're writing the answers on the flashcards. There's a learn mode. I use it for literally every single biology class I take because I'm just really bad at memorizing things without having a lot of repetitions. It has literally saved my life a few times when it comes to memorization-based classes. Enough said, you know? It's great. Would recommend. All right, and that is basically all of the things that I could think of on how I survived online school for the past semester and a half. If you guys have any other ideas or things that I should try, please leave me a comment down below. I'm always looking for new ways to just improve the online school experience and for things to try. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Seneca Bryn, and also please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!